Welcome to Best Practices in Education. The theme of this week's presentation is Dissecting and Delving into the Gogies, Teaching Methods in Educational Systems, Pedagogy, Andragogy, and Heutagogy. I am your facilitator in learning, Genevieve Boswell-Martinez. In this week's presentation, you will learn the characteristics and differences between pedagogy, andragogy, and heutagogy. After this presentation, you will be able to define and differentiate the Gogies, identify ways the Gogies inform both face-to-face and online teaching practices, and connect and apply this knowledge to your courses. Let's delve in. The teaching of adults and children is different. Adults can handle greater responsibility and possess more significant levels of self-discipline, which affords them a higher level of autonomy and the ability to determine and direct their learning. As such, the design and implementation of adult learning must reflect adult learners' unique needs, abilities, and preferences. Unfortunately, many universities and workplace trainings still operate from a teacher-centered point of view, with assessments that do not challenge learners to extend beyond looking up answers and clicking a button. To develop and deliver effective adult education, it is imperative to understand the characteristics of pedagogy, andragogy, and heutagogy, how they differ, and how they inform teaching and learning specific to students of all ages. When comparing and contrasting pedagogy, andragogy, and heutagogy, we will be using the following 8 dimensions: definitions, level of dependence, resources for learning, reasons for learning, focus of learning, motivation, role of the teacher, and impact on design. What are pedagogy, andragogy, and heutagogy? Pedagogy and andragogy are both age or developmental stage specific methodologies. Pedagogy refers to children's learning, while andragogy refers to adults' learning. Heutagogy, in contrast, is a system of learning which correlates with the level of student dependency, often referred to as self-directed learning. Heutagogy tends to be associated more often with andragogy than pedagogy, but that is not always the case, as we will discuss later. The second dimension, and perhaps one of the most distinguishing, is the level of learner dependence. In pedagogy, the learners are dependent, primarily because of their young age and limited base knowledge and experience. Due to the student's high level of learner dependence, teachers determine the content, the pace, and the delivery of what is learned. In andragogy, adult learners are considered to be independent. They choose their programs and classes and strive for self-directed learning and autonomy. In heutagogy, learners are interdependent. They can manage their own learning and understand the potential to learn from new experiences. In terms of resources, pedagogy employs a viewist. Teachers determine the best course of action for new information to stick to and prescribe a singular linear path for their young learners. Adult learners choose to continue learning to improve their skills and knowledge. Still, they differ from younger students in that they can often capitalize on their own experiences and those of others. In self-directed learning, or heutagogy, learners negotiate learning using a combination of their own and teacher-provided resources. Children learn to advance to the next level or stage. Adults learn to improve their personal and professional skills to perform more effectively and efficiently. In heutagogy, learning is based on identifying the potential to learn from new experiences and is not necessarily linear or planned. In self-directed learning, learners often possess the mindset of exploratory learning or learning for the sake of learning. Pedagogy focuses on subject-centered learning to build a knowledge or skill base. The curriculum is prescribed and planned, and the sequence is determined by the logic of the subject matter. Andragogy is based on task-oriented or problem-centered learning, which helps adult learners use their own experiences to extend their current knowledge and skills. Have you ever just wanted to learn how to do something and Googled it? That's Heutagogy. Self-directed learning is proactive learning. It extends beyond problem solving and allows learners to pull from their own experiences and those of others by using problem-solving behaviors coupled with reflection and environment scanning strategies. Pedagogical motivation is driven by external forces. Kids learn because they are motivated by their teachers or parents and feel a sense of completion. Adult learners are driven by internal motivation, self-confidence, self-esteem, recognition, and a desire for successful performance. Heutagogy is all about self-advocacy. Learners have mastered the skill of learning. They know how to learn, are creative, appreciate the potential to learn from new experiences, and are able to work well with others. The role of the teacher is very different in pedagogy, andragogy, and heutagogy, and frankly, this is often where things can go wrong if not carefully thought out and adapted to the learner context. In pedagogy, the teacher is the boss, developing and designing the learning process and implementing materials, and is considered the one who knows best. For adult learning, the teacher acts as a facilitator or enabler of learning and cultivates a collaborative, respectful, and open learning environment. In heutagogy, the learners are already good learners. They have a high sense of self-advocacy and autonomy. They are collaborative, and they know how to apply their skills to new as well as familiar situations. How do pedagogy, andragogy, and heutagogy uniquely impact educational design? In pedagogy, course design includes the clear linear sequencing of instruction that is determined to be the best and most logical path to progression by the teacher. A focus on recalling facts and explaining ideas in the absence of experience or body of knowledge or skills. Teaching is lecture-based and assessments may be automated. In andragogy, course design includes the explanation of the connection between the content and real-world application, collaborative activities that allow for the sharing of personal experiences, and activities that foster independent learning and learner agency, and opportunities to provide instructor feedback. In heutagogy, course design includes nonlinear sequencing, opportunities for collaboration and creation, opportunities for connection, sharing, and collaboration, and opportunities for reflection to cultivate self-determined and empowered learners. What can we as educators learn from delving into and dissecting the Gogies? While it should be understood that there is clearly a difference, elements of heutagogy should be included in pedagogical and andragogical models because they foster lifespan and lifelong learning, increasing learner engagement and motivating them to integrate learning on a personal and professional level. Still, many educators may be more comfortable with teacher-centered pedagogical models, regardless of the learner level. If you are watching this presentation, you, like me, have probably been in school and have done a lot of it. You have experiences as a child, both good and bad, and chances are you are a lifelong learner. Maybe you are here because you want and need to expand your knowledge base and skills as part of a requirement, or you aim to be and do better. Either way, let's look at some pedagogy we should leave behind at the adult level, and some we should consider moving away from, even with kids. What elements of pedagogy should be avoided in adult learning programs? We should avoid or reconsider the following: teacher-centered models with a lack of collaboration, external motivation, an exclusive sense of completion, subject-centered learning devoid of personalized application, extension, and differentiation, and a prescribed course of study that might be inflexible in scope. How can the elements of andragogy and heutagogy be integrated into adult learning? When possible, we should enable students to decide what, when, and how to learn. We should cultivate motivation which encourages skill building, activities that personalize and extend problem solving, and encourage lifelong learning. We should create opportunities for collaboration and shared learning experiences. We should encourage open learning environments within the structure of task-oriented competency building. And we should develop scenario-based problem-solving activities that provide learners with the opportunity to connect and apply their novel knowledge, skills, and experiences personally and professionally. What practical applications of Andragogy and Heutagogy can be made in adult learning? Whether in face-to-face or online learning, educators should ensure student-centered learning, integrate content, offer practical application, both personal and professional, of knowledge and skills in problem-solving and task-oriented activities, provide choice menus for assessments, promote skill-building activities that go beyond traditional, easy-to-complete, single-answer assessments, enable flexible pacing, present collaborative learning opportunities, and encourage engagement through class discussions or discussion boards. Thank you for joining me today. I have included your resources here.